Hi there, another video, quick update. This one won't be very long, but I've been working on some parts of the Sausages of the Night demo, and I had to create a font to use with a tile map. Now, I'll explain in a future video why the text layer in Fuselage and the tile layers are not the same, why you don't use the text layer for game text. Um, the short version of it is, though, is that the text layer is just for the engine itself. Your game will use a tile layer for all the text. So to create a font to use in our demo, I converted a TrueType font to a bitmapped atlas. Now, that should be up there real quick just to show you what it looks like. But to convert it into something we can use, I have to slice it into a bunch of tiles. Now, they are only 1-bit images, so there's no color or anything to them. It's just black or white. We can color those at runtime. I mean, it's not really a big deal to change their color when we run them. So they are packed. And one of the problems I was having with my tile slicer was that any image that wasn't evenly dividable was crashing out silently. It took me a few minutes to realize exactly why that was, but like as an example, we'll I had to go ahead and catch these cases where if the file wasn't evenly dividable by the tile size. In this case, we're using an 8x8 image or 8x8 tile. It was just basically silently failing. The other problem I was having was at some point I'm probably going to have to implement the ability to define your tile size. Right now I've got it hard coded by definitions, but I would like for you to be able to pass along the tile size as a command line argument. Usually I would use 32 by 32, but because we're just creating a font, I didn't see any point making it any larger. But ends up being that our font as an 8 by 8 pixel tile is not really, saving us any space packing it or anything, but it is a lot smaller than 32 by 32, which is what I was originally creating it as, and there's just no point for that since we can scale that up. By making an 8 by 8 pixel tile, we can just define it to a 4 times scaling and save us a lot of space on storing that font as a bitmap. Anyway, so this is basically where I'm at right now. As you can see, the conversion to a bitmap is going to allow us to use that inside of our tile map for the Sausages of the Night demo. So stay tuned, that's coming along. I'm working on the actual graphics now. I would just rip the graphics out of Castlevania, but kind of don't feel comfortable doing that. So we're going to mock up some pretty generic looking Byman, Selmont, and other images to use with it. Bats and skeletons and, bricks and tiles. Not going to get fancy with it. It's super basic because we just want to demonstrate some concepts. It's not about making a full game. Of course, if you want to take this code and run with it and make your own Castlevania, then I can't stop you. But yeah, so we're not getting too fancy here. Just something to show off some core concepts. Anyway, stay tuned for that. It is coming along. And GDMF, yeah, it's GDMF. Later.